Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Monday, April 15th, 2024. Happy day of the moon. As you know, it is Aries season. We are also moving from the Celtic tree month of Alder to the Celtic tree month of Willow. Mercury is retrograding in Aries. It is a waxing moon. And of course, welcome to Taxation is Theft Day. All those grubby little bureaucrats are going over everyone's accounts, making sure everybody's paid up what they think they owe. Most irritating. Ugh. May all the pencil pushers die of lead poisoning. That's what I think of tax collectors. Anyway, on to the month of Willow, rather. The month of Willow and the Celtic tree calendar, which I know is historically disputed and blah, 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 but never mind all that. It gives us an opportunity to focus on particular trees that are associated with the Celtic world and their magical properties. So anyway, it lasts from April 15th to May 12th. The willow is called the Observer. Its Ogam form is Saleh or Sali. It's associated with creation and destruction. This represents a time of balance and harmony, fertility, inspiration, intuition, and the other world, that beginning and ending. The willow accepts the ebb and flow of the seasons of the world and of the patterns of life. All things have their time, and the willow throws with it. So that'll be something for us to reflect upon for the next little while. Now for our astrology for today. The sun is in Aries, a cardinal fire sign representing courage. The moon begins the day in the first quarter Cancer, cardinal water representing sensitivity. Then at 2:13 p.m. Central Time, it will be the second quarter, waxing gibbous begins. And then at 6:22 p.m. Central Time, of course, the moon goes void, of course. And then finally at 9:24 p.m. Central Time, we will go into second quarter Leo, a fixed fire sign representing enthusiasm. Mercury continues to retrograde in Aries, cardinal fire, representing fiery tempers. Venus is in Aries, cardinal fire, representing impulsivity. Mars is in Pisces, mutable water sign, representing curiosity. Jupiter is in Taurus, a fixed earth sign, representing practicality. Saturn is in Pisces, a mutable water sign, representing nostalgia. Uranus is in Taurus, a fixed earth sign, representing renovation. Neptune is in Pisces, a mutable water sign, representing imagination. Pluto is in Aquarius, a fixed air sign, representing reformation. And for Mercury retrograde, remember to rethink, revise, and redo. So the waxing gibbous, we are moving into the stage of the moon where we are needing to cultivate our intentions. We've already decided what we're doing. Now we just need to follow through with not just magical action, but most importantly with mundane action. Do not send the universe mixed signals about what you intend. For the Leo moon, do, lead, perform, create, but don't get yourself involved in detail work. Don't deal with the depressing people more than you have to, and try to avoid dreary environments if at all possible. So for the day of the moon, as this is tax day, expect more than the usual degree of acrimony for a Monday during Mercury retrograde. If you possibly can, try to disengage yourself from conflicts and difficult people as much as humanly possible, because not much good is going to come from kicking up a ruckus today. It's just, it is what it is. The only thing you can do is get out of the way of the worst of it. Now for our tarot card for today, we have the Five of Bows. Its keyword is empowerment. So in order to do this, we must cultivate a mastery of our skills. Any skills we possess, any skills we are trying to learn, we must take that to the highest level we can. We need to cultivate self-discipline, and we need, of course, to be decisive. And the challenge to all of this will be overcoming doubt, usually self-doubt. Can I do this? Am I good enough? Things of that. You're probably more than familiar with those sorts of thoughts flowing through your head. We all have to deal with them, and sometimes we just need to set them to one side so we can get on with the job at hand. We need to make deliberate choices, not just be carried by the current, but actively decide how we're going to respond to things. And of course, we need to exercise sovereignty over ourselves. We may not be in charge of much of this world, but we are in charge of ourselves. And so deciding that you are going to act accordingly, tap into that Leo moon that we're experiencing, straighten your invisible crown, shoulders back, head held high, and decide what you are going to do. Be in charge of you. Our Celtic triad today reads 3 marks of a thief: an inquisitive tongue, a curious eye, and a fearful face. So, the inquisitive tongue, the reason why this is a mark of a thief is because they're trying to information mine. They're trying to take advantage. They're collecting data, not so that they can educate themselves, but in order for them to create problems for someone else. That curious eye, this is not. Healthy curiosity. Again, it's not about trying to learn and to educate oneself. It's essentially you're casing the joint. You're looking around. You're trying to find weaknesses, again, to take advantage. And then fearful face, the anxiety of getting caught, knowing that you're doing wrong, but trying to get away with it, and having that build up as a pressure inside of you. Those are the marks of a thief. And I really am enjoying these Celtic triads. They have such relevance for today. Our magical intention for today is spiritual growth. The color is lavender, the plant is the lotus, animal bluebird, and the crystal is the amethyst. And just as a reminder, that which does not grow dies. And the same goes for our spirituality. If we are not cultivating it, if we are not walking our path, then we are spiritually dying. Gloomy thought, but it's kind of a gloomy Monday. I try to put a good spin on things for you guys, or at least point out, the silver lining in the storm clouds. But, there's some gunk in the air today. No mistake about that. So for today's daily practices, it is the 15th. That means we have our New Year's resolution check-in. Yes, we are carrying on with that. Are you following through with the New Year's resolutions that you made? We're going to be doing this all the way through December, so I'm going to nag. And here's something for you to contemplate. If we had a fully pagan society, how do you think we should best handle taxation? Because so far there hasn't been a civilization in which there was not tax of some form. So what do you think should be handled? What do you think the basis of it should be? What do you think the limitations should be? I think it's good for us to consider these questions, not only to make us more active and more engaged citizens, but also to start thinking about how we can start laying the groundwork for a more pagan future. So there's something for you to think about. Try meditating before bed. You'll probably want to get a lot of the junk and the stress out of the day out of your system. Maybe make an offering to a dream spirit and place selenite under your pillow. Our fae of the day is the iris fairy because it's pretty. And the journal prompt I have for you is that iris flowers can be used as a purification agent for your household. Is it a tool that you would consider using? So might do a few scribbles on that topic. And that's what I have for you today. Come back again tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Forecast. In the meantime, let me know what you thought of this one in the comment section below, or email me at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com and we can chat there. But that'll do it for today, and bye-bye.